You know, I've seen a lot of people making prediction videos for the Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois rematch and for the Pacquiao Barrios fight. So I figured I'd throw my 2 cents into the ring. First, Usyk, Dubois, 2. Prediction? Same as the last fight. Let's be honest, except for the low blow, whatever you want to call it, shot, Usyk dominated Dubois every single minute of that fight. Period. Every minute, every second. It wasn't close. It wasn't nip and tuck. It wasn't anything. It was a domination. And I don't think there's anything within Dubois that's going to change what happened then, now. A lot of people are making a lot of claims. Oh, Dubois is a new man. He's done this. He's done that. This is a new Dubois. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. He fights the same way he fought before. I always call it the Rocky III Clubber Lang. Elbows are out too far. Hands are too far apart. Eats everything up the middle. It's the same guy. People try to say, well, he's changed. You know, it was his heart and his mind that was messed up before, not his ability. Let me explain something from my point of view. He stayed in those last 3 fights. They're good wins. I give him all the credit in the world. The ones against AJ, the ones against Hrgovic, the ones against Baby Miller. He stayed in there. He won those fights. All the credit to him. But let's be honest. In the Hrgovic fight, he ate every right hand that came out of him. Miller, Miller might not be the same guy he used to be now that his special vitamins aren't in play anymore. In AJ, let's face it, he's at the end of his career and his jaw is not even close to being what it once was. But they were still 3 legitimate good wins. But the reason I don't give him that kind of credit for saying it rebuilt his heart and he's a new man type of thing is he was always in those fights, or he was leading them. It's not a big test of your heart if you're the front runner in a fight and you've been dominating it most of the fight and then you take a guy out. What have you proved to me? It doesn't prove to me so much when he's hanging in there with Hrgovic, a guy who's landing everything on him for God's sakes, but because he's still landing back. If you're in a 50-50 fight, you're usually not going to quit. You're like, well, I'm still, even if you're in a 7-30, he might be outlanding you 2-1, but you're getting your 1 in, so in your mind, you're like, hey, I can keep going. I can still do my thing. Maybe not as much as he is right now, but I'll get there. But when all hope is lost, like was in the Usyk fight, he did what he had done prior in his career. He took a knee and he quit. And there's 2 things I always say. I always say to my son, never bet against a proven winner. Usyk is a proven winner. He always finds a way to win. I don't care that he's 38 years old because his attributes aren't strength and speed and quick reflexes and devastating power. It's skill, it's knowledge. Much like a Bernard Hopkins who fought till he was basically 50 years old. Those are the kind of guys that have long careers, the Archie Moores, because they know how to fight. So when little things start to slip, the reflexes might not be as fast. The speed might not be as quick. The power might not be as powerful. But the skill is still there. So I don't think 2 years are going to make any difference in his world or to his life. And I think he's going to come out and do the exact same thing to Daniel Dubois that he did before. Dubois to me has always shown to be a guy who's a little bit mentally weak. Beyond the 2 quittings, he continuously fouls people. How many times have we seen him hit on the belt line or hit low? He was doing it to Usyk numerous times. He headbutted Hrgovic. He has a tendency, and to me that's a sign of a guy who's just a little bit mentally weak. He's trying to do things like he's like, I got to do something. It's a little bit Andrew Galata-ish if you ask me. And I think that will come out again. It will show itself again. I wouldn't be surprised if he does some like later career crazy Mike Tyson shit, to be brutally honest, where he just snaps and starts doing wacko shit in the ring. It wouldn't shock me at all. He's taken the knee twice. He's got to do something in this fight again. Is there always a chance he can land a Hail Mary shot? Yes. But he's not the kind of guy that goes in there putting tons of pressure on people. He isn't a Mike Tyson or a George Foreman. He's not that kind of a fighter. He's kind of an at-distance, move in, move out type of fighter. He's not a seek and destroy kind of guy. And even if he wanted to be, he's so open when he does it. He's so easy to hit when he does it that it's just, I don't think it's going to be very effectual. Yeah, I know sometimes you can put the arm out and he'll block a shot that's coming over it and he'll hide in there, whatever. It's not going to make a big difference. USYK will find a way around it. He's going to dominate him again. He'll probably catch another shot or two to the balls, maybe a headbutt. Wouldn't be surprised. But in the end, it's going to be the same fight all over again. And about Barrios and Manny, I hate even that this fight is taking place. Manny's ancient in boxing terms, especially for a guy who's built around speed. Anybody can look fast in the gym on the mitts for a few minutes, but he's 46 years old. He hasn't looked good in years. He hasn't scored a knockout, a real one. I mean, okay, he stopped Lucas Matisse when Matisse's career was all that it could be. And, okay, he got that. But against a real top-level guy, even some that weren't quite top-level, he hasn't had a knockout since 2009. You can attribute that to him getting a little older then. You can attribute it to some people say he was on, the special nutrition. It doesn't make a difference. He hasn't stopped anybody in 15, 16 years other than Matisse. What? Am I supposed to believe he's going to go in there at 46 years old and stop Barrios? Under any other circumstances, I would say Barrios was tailor-made for Manny Pacquiao. From, 2007, 2008, 2006, he was tailor-made for that version of Manny Pacquiao. For a 46-year-old who hasn't fought in I don't know how long, 4 years I think it is, who didn't look good, he was losing kind of-ish to guys like Jeff Horn. Yeah, Barrios is the weakest champion out there. But he's still young. He's still in his kind of prime. Maybe he hasn't reached yet. We don't know. But I don't think, I could be wrong. Hell, I'd almost be excited to be wrong. Unlike the USYK fight where I know that shit. I know what's going to happen. This one I'll almost be happy to be wrong. Just for the kicks and giggles of seeing Manny have one good fight. But then I have a feeling he'd stay in there longer and just get decimated by somebody better than Barrios, to be honest. But really, that age is going to kick in. And if Barrios fights a halfway decent fight, he should be able to take the old man out. Or at least win a decision as this thing goes on. Manny is not Manny anymore. Plain and simple. No matter how bad we want it to be. Alright everybody, there you go. There it is. USYK, by repeat, with a possibility of a wacko ending a la Andrew Galata, Mike Tyson later in his career type of stuff. And probably Barrios edging out a decision over Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao is still smart enough probably to avoid getting knocked out. I just don't think he has enough to take this kid out. And I don't picture him having the gas to keep pulling this off for 12 rounds. Maybe I'll be wrong on that one. Who knows? Anyway, take care. Enjoy the fights. Have a good time. Peace out.